Hey, what's cracking, everybody, man? It's your boy, Jason Yamamoto. And today I'm going to be answering a very difficult question. Should you, as an individual, go into the National Guard as a military police officer and then join the police force? Okay, now it's just my opinion, all right? And I have a lot of friends who do the same. They're either a sheriff, they're a marshal, they're an FBI agent, they're a police officer, etc. Because I used to belong to a military police battalion. So I got all of these great guys who are doing dual duties, one for the civilian side and one for the military side. I thought that was the coolest shit I've ever fucking seen in my entire life. They're so dedicated to to the bigger picture that they're willing to fucking put their life put their life on the line for the country, eternally and externally. It's a fucking awesome thing to see, and I respect that. But if I were to do it, and it's just my opinion, because of all the years I've been in the military, if I were to do it today, I'd say join the police force. Join the police force first, okay? And I'm only saying that because if you join the police academy won't get in the way of anything. And police academy, I think it was like half a year to complete, right? Go to every police academy is different. Go talk to your police recruiter and have him, break down what the requirements to become a police officer these days are. Find out how long police academy is, etc. But if I was 21, again, and I had to join the police force, that's what I would do first. Join the police force. Now, I'm going to tell you why it's better to do that. If you're in the National Guard, right, to become an MP, it could take you about 4 or 5 months, right? And that doesn't include the time you go in and talk to a recruiter, take the ASVAB, go through MEPS, get your job, and then ship out for basic and AIT, which I've already talked in my last video that they're the same school, right? So, and then once you get into your unit, let's say you graduated, basic and AIT, you get into your unit's going to give you fucking your drill dates and your AT and stuff like that. And honestly, in my honest opinion, the police force will be more, the police force would, because by law, they have to follow the law, they're obligated to let you enlist into the National Guard. They have to. They just can't tell you, no, you can't join the National Guard, right? You just can't. They're not allowed to, right? So if you join the National Guard and then you want to become a police officer, I want to say the National Guard will give you a hard time, but getting these paperwork's going to allow you to give you X amount of time to fucking go to police academy would mess up your entire, I won't say your entire service, but you're going to miss out on your retirement points and all the benefits of being in the National Guard, right? And you will miss out on a lot of National Guard training, because National Guard, and just FYI, the Reserve have military police as well. Okay, I just want to add that. So the National Guard and the Reserve have the military police. So for every month that you miss, you miss crucial military police training with your unit, because you're only strong as your squad. You're only strong as your platoon. You're only strong as your company, right? If you're missing out on all their training, you're going to be far fucking behind on their op tempo. So pretty much op tempo means how they do things and what their current SOPs are. So in my opinion, if you're a police officer, you already learned the tricks of the trade. You already got your badge on. You're already out doing your thing as a police officer, right? You already got a cop. You're going to be a rookie for a year anyways. So essentially, you're going to be on probation for a while. So if you become a police officer, you might as well just then become a National Guardsman or a reservist. And then once you go through AIT and basic, you graduate, nothing's messed up with your police force, because you're going to be if you're going to become a police officer, in my honest opinion, you're going to be a police officer for the rest of your life. There's no way you're going to turn your back on it, right? And then you're going to have double duties as a National Guard military police officer. So just keep that in mind, okay? So on top of that, if you join the police force first and then go to the National Guard, you're not going to miss any training with the National Guard, and you're always going to be up to date, right? So just a reminder, okay, fucking reminder, that you know that the National Guard is 1 week in a month, right? And some days it's 3 days, some days it's 4 days, right? I can't guarantee you how many days you're going to be working per month in the National Guard, okay? You're going to have to give up that weekend. So just remember, you got 3 weekends left in the month. If you decide to become a police officer in the National Guard, you're going to got 3 weekends left. And the curse of the National Guard, if you got a homie's wedding, sister, brother, uncle, aunt, niece, whatever, fucking there's something going on, some of the National Guard command will say, well, you know, sorry, you can't go. You know, just remember that. And you're like, well, I'm a police officer, you know, I don't have time to always, and then I'm have to do my National Guard duties, blah, blah, blah. They're going to look at you, well, you knew what you were signing up for, right? So just remember, you got 3 weekends left. And remember, as a police officer, you got to work weekends too. So you might lose a lot of weekends. You might lose a lot of weekends. I don't know if you are ready to lose a lot of weekends, because you're going to lose a lot of weekends, okay? Like I said, I got a lot of friends who are doing the same thing, National Guard and police force, and they love it, and I respect them. And apparently they love it so much that they stick with it. Just remember, you know, in the National Guard, we work as a team, we work as a squad, and we work as a platoon. The police force don't get that. You either work by yourself or you have a partner. That's it. You don't get that camaraderie like how we get that camaraderie. You know what I'm saying? And it's fun to fucking put on some fucking armor, run around as a group and fucking sweat and shoot fucking Mark 19s and 50 cals at fucking targets, you know, doing some military police operation. That shit's awesome. But you're not going to get that in the police force. I promise you, you don't. You'll never get that shit in the police force. Okay? So that's just my recommendation. Really think about this decision. You're going to really lose a lot of weekends. You might lose a lot of sleep, but you really have to really decide what's best for you. And if you feel like this is the job that you want to take on, both police force and the civilian and in the military, I really commend you, and I wish you only but success in life. But I want you to make the wisest decision, and if you are mentally and mature enough to do both of these jobs, okay? So, with that being said, it's your boy Jason Yamamoto, and I'll talk to you guys later.